You mentioned training. Please, let's go back to training
Yes.
because a lot of us have seen the right stuff. A lot of seen, I've seen all those movies, Space Cowboys and everything with the training, with being immersed in a pool, having to, do so many emergency drills,
Yes.
being into the centrifuge machine. How long did the training take for you and for your daughter? Because we're going to talk a little bit about your daughter also, because that was really,
Yeah.
you are the first mother-daughter to have
Yes.
flown into space. So let's
Yes.
talk about training and then let's talk about your daughter.
Sure. So the training was really amazing. And I have the kind of mindset like where I see things as entertainment and certain things are probably not really that necessary, but I don't want to step on anybody's toe, really. But it's really all about how you perceive things and how you take things in. So training really began the moment that I heard that I won. So the moment I heard that I won, I knew what my limitations were. And I have been preparing myself through my own coaching programs, building on myself in my character and being a mindful person, seeing the things that needed to transform within me. So the moment that I heard that I won, my training basically started where I booked a ticket straight to India. So I went to India and I said, I need to learn to be by myself. I need to learn to be alone. I need to learn to be a unit, an independent unit. Sorry, husband, sorry, family, but this is something I need to do for myself. So I went to India with just a backpack and I did a month transformation, spiritual transformation on myself as an energy worker, a person who believes in energy and just a feeling of energy. I went to all the major temples in India. So I was riding trains, I was riding the buses, I was getting tickets and just domestically traveling around India. And then somehow I ended up in Sadhguru's ashram as well, where I heard in Coimbatore is like the biggest energy that you can actually experience. And I sat there and I said to the universe, I said to the earth, transform the things within me that needs alignment so that I can show up for myself in this journey, because I know this is no longer about me. This is a humanity act now. So I did all of that so that I could show up and whatever the work could be, I can do it. So that was my personal training. And then while my husband was in Antigua, he heard about advancements in the coaching. So this is where we heard about MAP coaching, which is manifesting possibilities. So when I got back to Antigua now, I enrolled in this institution and I saw how this institution was able to transform so much traumas and different issues that was going on inside of myself, like a lot of childhood stuff. So I didn't want any of these things to hamper or create any fear inside of me in this journey. So I did that on myself. And then I ended up switching from being a client to being like I took the course. So I spent over a year doing this course and I got certified. I like eventually passed the course and got certified. And I continued diving deeper with that within myself. So it's like thread lining a whole bunch of issues within yourself, going back to where it actually started, because we're basically stuck up on memories. So the way that we are really because of like what we have learned, the patterns that we have learned from the people around us, from the moment we were in the mother's womb up to now. So in this thing, it's a new, it rewires neurons within the mind. This is why I'm also an advocate for mental health. So I realized the way we are really because of stuck up memories, the things that we have learned on our journey. So I needed to shift all of that. I needed to become, a more grounded person and all of that. So given my trip to India and given that I became a certified MAP practitioner, which added credibility to my coaching modality, I was now able to put together a masterclass for myself where I am now really diving deeper into the shadow work and healing the traumas and healing the emotional blocks and all of that. And you can only do that when you can bring it to the active part of the mind. And this is where now the subconscious mind can heal itself of all of these activities and blockages that you have within yourself. So I cleared all of that. I cleared all the negative self-talk. I cleared all of these things. I mean, it still shows up, but I have the tools now to just zap it immediately when they come up. And then on top of that, now I started the training with Space for Humanity, where they have a leadership program where their belief is to make space accessible for people all over the world of all diversity, people who would never have the chance to go to space, to open this up for them. But they're working with leaders now, people who can come back and make an impact in their community, to make a shift in their community and on our planet as well. So that is just fantastic, because that works with my belief and my own values in unifying our planet. And then with that support now, in addition to Virgin Galactic's readiness program. And in that program, what they were doing is that once a month we will meet on Zoom, and I meet with the different engineers, and they're explaining about the craft to me. They're explaining about things that I need to do to prepare myself for it, and medical checkups and all of that, to make sure that your heart can handle the boost. So you want to make sure that your heart is strong. You're doing your cardio workouts. I did more yoga workouts and nature walks. I didn't really exert myself too much, like going like too hard, but I did a lot of calming, more zenful kind of practices. And my intensity workouts were in the nature hikes, when I'm climbing, like the steep hills and all of that, which gave me like a really good workout with that. And then also going to the gym. But in addition to all of that, is my lifestyle maintaining. Well, I've been a vegan for a long time, but I'm also I'm a complicated vegan, because it has to be from farm. It has to be from farm to plate. It's not any processed stuff, and it has to be gluten-free. So I'm a gluten-free vegan. So when if I go to a restaurant and they see me, they're like, "What can we give you? Just a salad?" So. So maintaining this type of lifestyle as well really helped me prepare myself for this journey. And then also as a meditator too, because I've been a practicing Buddhist. Well, I entered the Buddhism mainly because I wanted to have a meditative mindset. So it was more about self-awareness. Okay, that's a very long answer.